It's just different. It's just different. This market has been one of the most challenging markets I've seen. In 33 years, $2 billion in volume and 7,000 sales. It's just different. The sellers don't agree with you on your price. The buyers, hey, we're good. We're good. We'll call you when we need you. We are in a storm. And I want you to know, I'm with you in that storm. I hear every one of you, I see every one of you, and I empathize with you all. But this I know to be true. After talking to thousands and thousands of agents around North America, there's a conversation that's going on. It's not about the market. It's not a market's going to beat them up, but it's the conversation that's happening in their heads. Am I worthy? Am I enough? Is this my calling? And there's two roads for those agents. One says, that narrative? I'm going to make a decision that that narrative doesn't belong in my head. And in fact, those agents go on to be some of the most successful agents in the marketplace. In fact, I see some of you here today. And then there's the narrative that stays in their head. Those agents, they're no longer here. They're no longer here. And the only difference is a decision. The decision that they've made changes everything. And the key word here today is, will you decide to make the decision? Have you ever sat in your quiet? I mean, really sat in your own quiet on a bench, in your car, in your driveway, after a terrible day? How about in your bed, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m.? And the weight, you felt the weight. You wonder if you're enough. You wonder if you are really up to providing for your family. And you wonder if this is really your calling. I sat with a father on a park bench. While we sat there, his child and his dog ran with joy and glee around the park. Yet he stared at the dirt, broken. He was feeling the weight. He felt he wasn't worthy. He felt he wasn't providing. He felt that maybe this just wasn't for him. And in that moment, I could have coached him. In that moment, I could have given him the 3 steps to getting out of his funk. In that moment, it only deserved a question. What would you like this moment to be? What would you like this moment to be? A simple question. A question that doesn't have a real answer other than it. So it says, I need to make a decision. And in that moment, something changed. It wasn't the market that changed. What changed? Mindset. He made a decision. He said, I want to make this moment different. One simple question. What do you want to make this moment be? I'm almost finished my book. Some of you know that I'm writing a book called The Underdog DNA. And there's many concepts in that book that I've lived my entire life. And one of them is this, M3, monumental making moment. And we are in a monumental making moment in this game called real estate. See, the monumental piece is the market. This market, it's monumental. This market, we're going to talk about for decades and decades and decades because it's been different. It is a monumental market. And the making, oh my goodness. The making is up to you and I. We are in the making. It's what we do each and every day. It's what we do to make it. What are you doing when you wake up? That is what it is. It's the making of what you're doing. We need hard things in life. See, without the hard things, the easy things don't come. And we're in the making of this. And the moment, that's when we come out the other side. That's when the market improves. We are in a monumental making moment, M3. And gosh, we can apply this to anything in life. Your relationships, your financial situation, everything and anything you can make an M3, a monumental making moment. What is your M3 today? I was coaching an agent a few years back. And this is a good agent. He was selling 1 to 2 homes on average a month. Who would like that? Not bad, right? And then something shifted. That word came up earlier, complacent. He got complacent. And 1 month went by, no deals. 2 months went by, no deals. Then it was 4, 6, 9 months, goose eggs. Anybody can relate? Don't put your hand up. Don't put your hand up. But there's agents probably in this room that have had some goose eggs. And I sat this agent down and I said, listen, I don't think this is your calling. You talked about calling, Kate. I don't know if you're worthy. Maybe you should just give up your license and get a real job. He was furious. He was so angry at me. Exactly what I wanted to do. I want him to get angry at me. I said, do you really want to continue and make this your career? Because right now you're going 0 for 9. He said, yes. I said, okay, let's do this. You're going to cut me 12 checks for $1,000 a month, and I'm going to cash each one of those checks on the first of the month. If you do a deal, I'll give you the $1,000 back. He needed to put some real skin into the game. He needed to make it hurt. And then the third thing I asked him to do, and this is really the kicker. You could have 10 conversations a day and add 2 people to your database each and every day. And I'm going to hold you accountable. Every evening you have to email me the 10 people you've talked to, their full names, address, and phone number. Conversations are everything. And that was his M3 moment. His M3 moment. What's wrong here? Okay, I'm missing a slide, but that's all right. That was his M3 moment. But here's the value of that. I gave him an uppercut right in the jaw. Truth. We had a truthful conversation. I made him angry. He had something at stake. He put skin in the game. And third was those conversations, that commitment to the conversation. That was everything that changed. And that was his M3 moment that made everything different. 2 people to his database, which if you do the math, it's 500 new contacts in his database, and 10 conversations. Conversations are the lifeline to our business. Conversations are like oxygen to our business. How do you feel when you're looking at me with this bag over my head? Conversations are the oxygen to your business. Are you suffocating your business? Are you not making those phone calls? Are you not having those conversations? Because that is what you're doing. You put a bag over your head and you're suffocating everything about what you're doing. Conversations are the catalyst to everything. Conversations are that oxygen. And if you're not going to make conversations, you might as well put a bag over your head, because it's the oxygen to everything. If you reverse engineer a commission, it all starts with what? A conversation. So what is your standard? This agent, I said, your standard needs to be 10 conversations a day and 2 people added to your database. What is your standard? Not your goal. Goals are easy. Goals you set out there and you chase them, and if you get them, great. But a standard is what you live by each and every day. What is your standard? You might be thinking, well, I don't know what to say. Just get on the phone or connect or meet with somebody and have some conversations. The panel talked about that. So I'm going to make it really easy for you. I'm going to give you 10 scenarios with 10 conversations that will disarm anybody on the other side of that conversation. Here's the first one. It's the easiest thing to do. Here it is. I'm not calling about buying or selling. I just know conversations increase my business and grow my business. What's happening in your world? Oh, you haven't talked to somebody in 3 years? Tim, it's been a long time. Hey, it's been about 3 years. I'm so sorry about that. But I'm not calling about buying or selling. I just know when I have a conversation, my business grows. What have you been doing over the last 3 years? Isn't that easy? Conversations are the oxygen to your business. Who wants my bag? I got a box full in the back. Stop wearing the bag. Start having conversations. Okay, let's bring it home here. I'm going to bring some joy into this room, because that's pretty heavy stuff. As you know, I'm writing this book about the underdog DNA, and it's really about my story and what I've learned through adversity and hard times. And one of the things I know about us as agents here, we all know what hard times are. We know how to grind. We know how to do it. And one of the things that I learned through some of my experiences in life is that it is those hard times where I grow the most. And so I was 14, woke up paralyzed after hitting a building head on with a motorcycle, was told I wouldn't walk again, but I had one incredible doctor. I want to be your doctor today. That doc said, Randy, you're going to be okay. You're going to walk again. And what I learned from that, and I'm telling you, you're all underdogs. Every one of us is an underdog. And we have this thing within us called the DNA, decisive next action. Today's all about making decisions. And the DNA in that moment kicked in and activated when that doc said, Randy, You're lucky to be alive, but I think you're going to walk again. And here I am. I want you to know that you're all underdogs and you all can activate whatever you want. You just have to choose to activate it and make that decision. But I want you also to know that the moment does not make the underdog. The moment is not going to make you an incredible realtor. It's you that needs to make that decision, that DNA, decisive next action, to become that underdog that you want to be. The underdog makes the moment. So what do you want to make of this moment? What do you want to make of this moment, February 26th, Anvil Center, New Westminster? Who's ready to make a decision, the decisive next action? Can I get an aye? Aye. One more time. Can I get an aye? Aye. This is your moment. This is our moment. In fact, being here is going to change everything for you. Trust me. When you are in the proximity of this, everything is available to you. I want you to know that. So go at it and make your moment. Thank you.
Let's go. Okay, so moving right along that